All right, so in this video, I wanted to cover my top 10 sneakers that you can buy right now in the month of May 2022. This is just my personal list, and if you guys have other sneakers that you guys see available on random websites out there, just let me know in the comment section below. But this is my personal 10. Let's go ahead and get into the video. Starting off in the number 10 spot, we have the Nike Burrows, and these are normally $55, but you can get them for $35 at Champ Sports right now. They come in a brown colorway, and they also have a green colorway. Now, if you'd rather pay for the black pair, they are $55, which is the pair that I actually have. But the other two colorways are $20 off, and honestly, if you're lounging around the house, it doesn't really matter what color you're wearing. And I covered these in my top 10 indoor footwear video. If you guys missed that video, I'll try to link it in the description. It was a pretty fun one in my opinion. I bought a bunch of different like moccasins and just indoor footwear, these ones were on my top 10 list. Not a bad product and on sale for, again, $35. You can't really beat it. I honestly didn't use a zipper for anything, but I'm sure you guys will get creative and find a use for that thing. Number 9 spot goes to a pair of sneakers that honestly I really can't stop wearing, and it's a pair of Asics. We have the Asics Gel Nimbus 24. Now I know it's a Gel Nimbus 24, which means there's 24 versions, but it's superior to the 23s in my opinion because it has FF Blast Plus, which makes the midsole extremely soft and squishy. That mixed with some of the gel on these things, it's just a really nice treat for your feet. And then the tongue being so darn stretchy, it's just an incredible pair of sneakers. This is one of the ones where I would recommend you buying the 24. Don't buy the 23 because they're on sale, because the 24, again, is just a superior product. Really good on feet and something I can see myself wearing through the spring and summer. If you guys want to see the review on those, go down where you can see my heskicks name, click that, go to videos, and then see the previous videos that I posted. But while you're down there, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. Number 8 spot goes to the New Balance 993, made in the USA. This is the core colorway. They restocked them in all sizes, which is always a plus. But the classic gray color is very iconic. And the price point of these are crazy expensive, though I understand $200 is not going to be everybody's cup of tea. But if you're looking for something iconic from New Balance, though, and you're tired of striking out on all of the collaborations and stuff, I think this is the next best thing. When you get them, you'll see that the build quality is amazing, and it's definitely worth that $200 price point. Again, once you have them in hand, plus they're made in the USA, which is a huge plus as well. They also have a triple black colorway and a few others, but the one that I primarily would recommend is that gray colorway, because gray New Balance is like a red Air Jordan. It's just super iconic. Number 7 spot goes to the Adidas ZX22 Boost. This is a new model that just recently came out. Nobody really talked about this one. All of a sudden it dropped. Some people actually reached out to me and said they wanted to see a review on them, and shout out to those people that mentioned it. But this shoe is actually really comfortable, and the price point only being $120. It was really surprising the quality of suede that came on this, but it was really just a nice all-around chunky vibed sneaker. It obviously has some sort of inspiration from like the Yeezy 700. I mean, honestly, the midsole and the suede panels on this really look like the 700s, but they're chunky, and they also have encased jet boost in the midsole, which is actually really soft and squishy. You also do sit a little higher on these, it felt like, on my feet at least, from the 700s and the 2K5s, which I again covered in my review video. But these things are great, and the colorways are really good as well. There's a bone colored one, the black charcoal one is the one I got, and they also have kind of like a blush colored one that looks really solid. Kind of reminds me of that Yeezy 500 blush, but a great shoe for the price at $120. All right, so number 6 spot on the countdown goes to a new pair of sneakers that's not 100% available yet as of me recording this video, but there is one version of it that you can get, which is the Bayou version, which is like the Nike ID version of the Nike React Infinity Run 3. And this is actually a really comfortable model. I got a pair of them. Honestly, I did the Nike Bayou thing. I got them in 6 days shipped to me. Like, I'm honestly really shocked on how fast it came to me. The one advantage of the Nike Bayou versus the regular pairs, you have 3 different options for outsoles. One of them being like a storm protection one with like rain protection on the outsole, which is really nice. There's another one that's like a little lug version, but honestly, it was nice to have a different version of the outsole. And there's a couple small differences between this and the previous versions. Nothing that is honestly like eye-catchingly, amazingly better, because the midsole and the outsole is primarily the same, with the exception of the fact that you can get the rain outsole and whatnot from the Bayou version. The main versions are going to be exactly 1-to-1, it looks like, to the Infinity Run 2. So if the Infinity Run 2 is more up your alley because of the price point being $180 for the Bayou version, you can get the other ones for like $100 or $110 from like East Bay or something like that. And I'll link all of these in the description of the video for you guys that are interested in buying any of the shoes I'm going to be talking about. And full disclosure, I do get a kickback when you guys make a purchase through my links, which obviously helps support this channel and is greatly appreciated when you guys use my links in the video. Number 5 spot on the countdown is a recurring one from the one last month. It's because they actually have more sizes available now, and we have the Nike Blazer Low 77 Jumbo. You could also get the mid version. I'll link both of them in the description. The low version's 95 bucks though. They have an orange swoosh version, a yellow swoosh version, a blue swoosh, and then the black swoosh as well, which all restocked. Some of them have obviously more sizes available than others, but this is a really nice pair of sneakers and one that I can see people just rocking for the summertime. It's a casual shoe. It's one that is very wearable, and all in all, I like the look of these jumbo swooshes better than the standard pair of the Blazer Lows. And in fact, most of the time, I don't think that people paid attention to the Blazer Lows that much, at least, but this one is specifically, I think, better than the mid-top version almost. I go back and forth on it all the time because I actually really like the mid-top version as well. But for 95 bucks, it's a decent price, and you can get them directly off of Nike, linked in the description. Number 4 spot on the countdown goes back to the New Balance 1080 V12. This is a new version of the New Balance 1080 line, and it is the 12th version, obviously being the 12. Retail price is 160 bucks. One thing I really like about this is they have wide foot versions of these. They actually have narrow, standard, wide, and extra wide of the Fresh Foam X 1080 V12. Now this is Fresh Foam X on the midsole, so it's soft, it's squishy, it is like cloud-like for sure. I love the ground feel of the 1080 V12s, but this is a really nice model, and if you didn't like the 10 or 11 because of the heel scoop on them, which I personally really liked, but if you didn't like that and you want more of a traditional feel, these ones, they changed up the heel on them to make them more like, I guess, normal in a sense. But it's a great model and one of the best from New Balance in my opinion. You'll love these for pretty much all occasions. It's just an all-around great shoe and one that is definitely going to be on my feet through the spring and the summer, which I honestly need to do a spring and summer top 10 video, and I'll be working on that very shortly. So subscribe to the channel and come back and check soon because I will have that video coming, as well as a top 10 wide foot friendly sneaker video, which is an update to one that I did a while ago. So stay tuned for some more of these top 5, top 10 videos. Number 3 spot, we have a V3 version of an Adidas shoe, and we have the NMD V3. And part of the reason why I decided to put this one back in the countdown, honestly, I keep seeing these new colorways pop up on Adidas website of this model. And the first colorway I wasn't a huge fan of. It's the one that I got, but they have so many great colorways of this model. They have a triple black colorway that looks super fire. They have like an OG styling of a white, red and blue, and then they also have a black, red, and blue colorway. But they have really nice colorways available, and it's a really nice rendition of a Adidas NMD. If you like the original version of the NMDs, this is like a more modernized take on the NMD, and the price point is about $160. I personally think that they look great, and it's just one of those models that doesn't have a lot of hype, but if you just like the shoes from back in the day because you like NMDs, this is just one of those shoes that I like because it is like a newer version of something that I was really, really fond of. So because of that, number 3 spot on the list this month, and hopefully they keep on knocking out some of these crazy colorways because I really like what they're doing. So next up, the number 2 spot goes to a shoe that I keep coming back to as well, one that I wear pretty much like literally every single week, one that my daughter wears and my son wears as well because I got them all for the entire family. We have the Carrots collaboration with Crocs. These are the all-terrain versions of the Crocs clogs. I don't know what it is about them, but I love the Carrots version. So I got my pair originally from ComplexCon years ago. Obviously, it's just orange and green, which obviously represents carrots, but they have a newer colorway too. It's like a dirt colored one with some like gardening gibbets on top or whatever, but it's a great colorway as well. I love the Carrots brand in general. I bought t-shirts from them years ago as well. I still have a bunch more, and it's one that I just like to be able to support because I think that he's doing some phenomenal things. Now the orange colorway, which is like the all-terrain ones, are 75 bucks. The regular ones are 70, so they're kind of expensive. The kid ones are $50 for those wondering, and you can get them on Eastbay, and again, I'll link them in the description of the video. But one of those ones where I literally just wear them all the time because they're super comfortable. Crocs have been one of those things that I absolutely hated years and years ago, and now, of course, they're on my feet like all the time. But number 2 spot this month, one that I always forget to mention to you guys, but definitely worthy of a spot on the countdown. All right, so we made it to the number 1 spot of the video. If you guys did enjoy the video and you guys like these and you want these every single month, please drop a like on this video and subscribe. It means a lot when you guys drop the like on the video because it shows that you guys support it. But anyways, the number 1 spot goes to a shoe that we waited, I think, 9 months for, and now we finally have them available for the masses in a slew of different colorways. And now I think 3 or 4 colorways sold out, but there's still 3 solid colorways in lots of sizes available. And we have the Nike Go FlyEase. Now this is a shoe that had the transforming heel that basically you could clip down and then put pressure on the back and then release and then like eject yourself out of the back of the shoe. It was basically made for people that had a hard time putting on sneakers on their feet, and now they can just do a hands-free version. Now, if you guys are familiar with my channel from the past handful of years, I always do like a hands-free test and a lot of different products because I always just like to be able to slide the shoe on and go. If I can do that on a pair of sneakers, A+ for me usually, depending on the comfort. But this is one of those shoes that I did a review on originally, and I had the original colorway, and I ended up giving them to somebody that was actually handicapped that had a hard time putting shoes on his feet. He actually went really viral on TikTok and whatnot, talking about how he was upset that Nike didn't make them readily available for the masses. And so I understood where he was coming from. I happily sent him over to him, which he actually ended up being my size, so it worked out. Any which way, I bought another pair. I have the black one now. Really like that one. And as I posted this deal on Instagram, my friend Sarah was like, I got to try those shoes. I've been wanting to try those shoes. Well, I actually went to college with Sarah. I actually DJ'd nightclubs that she was at all the time. And then as I was following her on social media and stuff through the years, she had something tragic happen to her. She had meningitis and actually lost both of her feet. And so it was kind of like a crazy thing, but she wears prosthetics and stuff. And so this is a prime candidate for her for being able to put these things on easier. And so I ended up getting her a pair of these because I figured, why not? Like, help her out. The fact that she showed interest in the product, I wanted to make sure that I got them in the hands of somebody that needed them. So I understand people's concern first and foremost. Like, I don't want to buy these shoes because I want the people to be able to buy them that need them most. And I totally respect that opinion. And if you don't want to buy these shoes because of that, totally get it. I will say, however, Nike's made a ton of these, and so they have a bunch of different sizes available in 3 different colorways, and so they are pretty readily available. I have a feeling they'll be bringing them back, and it'll just be kind of a mainstay until it becomes an unpopular sneaker. There's no resale and stuff like that for these sneakers anymore, so I think that's a good thing, and ideally, it's just a fun new product that you can actually get in your hands and on your feet very easily, hopefully, for those people that are interested in trying out. But the price point is $120, so not too terrible. Now, the sizing of these, I personally went up a half a size. I like a little bit more wiggle room in my shoes, so I went up a half size to a size 10. Fits me perfectly. You guys may agree or disagree. Leave a comment in the comment section. And actually, for all of the sneakers in this countdown, primarily I went true to size on all of them. The Crocs, I went with a size 9 instead of a size 10, but everything else is pretty much true to size that I mentioned, at least in my opinion. I know the New Balance 993s could be half a size down depending on preference as well. I personally just like a little bit wiggle room, like I said. These are great though, and I love the colorway. And it's not the most comfortable shoe in the world, but I love the design elements behind what they did to create this shoe. So finally available, man. It took like over half a year for them to come out in the masses, but here we have them. But that's the #1 spot on the countdown. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. And again, if you want to buy any of the products that I mentioned in this video, check the link in the description. It'll be linked all down there. And I appreciate y'all for stopping by and watching. Hopefully you have a good rest of the day, and hopefully you check back and see some of my other videos very soon. Have a good one. See you guys.